Good morning, Dr. Liberty.
Bishop, good morning. How are you? The argument by the states is that when the subsidy is being removed, the money saved from the subsidy will be channeled to infrastructure, will be channeled to health, education, and other basic infrastructure, and also industrialization. And we were also told that the idea is also to foster or to enhance liberalization, competition. But then again, since the removal of subsidy and with the state admittance of making huge resources, of getting huge revenue, we are worried that from the time subsidy was removed to this moment, we have seen this government borrow huge amount of money. As at March this year, the government of Tinubu had borrowed about 149 trillion as of March 2025. Now the question becomes, what then becomes the logic for subsidy removal? The citizens are suffering. States are borrowing more money. Infrastructures are not being put in place. Economy is being battered or shattered. The only known visible advantage of subsidy removal is being enjoyed by the elites. The state governors are seeing more money. More money is being shared, and Nigerians are suffering. And there are no infrastructure to show that subsidy, for subsidy savings. But the greatest challenge for all of us is that these things are happening because the policy of subsidy removal did not also make frantic efforts to realize that we first of all need to address the issue of public accountability and elite impunity. So what we have seen clearly is that from the borrowing we have seen in this country since the removal of subsidy, and the citizens suffering, and the lack of feasible infrastructure and developmental intervention projects, what we have seen clearly is that subsidy is not the problem. No, subsidy is not the problem. What we have seen clearly is that the problem is corruption. The problem is poor governance. And the problem is elite impunity. And the state's lack of priority on the issue of governance. So we have seen that the greatest challenge is primitive capitalist accumulation. It's not about the money we are making. It is about how do we deploy the money, strategic deployment of public resources. Yes, the subsidy has been removed and the state is still borrowing money. You have removed subsidy and you've made more money and you've given money to the governors to spend. And there are no serious accountability mechanism put in place to force governors or to force the states and the federal to do the right thing. But then again, we should also be worried. Why are we where we are? The citizens themselves have come to realize the citizens themselves have come to accept that the states, the governors, the president, the government officials are not really under serious obligation to deliver public good. And we need to really rise up and demand accountability. We need to demand that the states must show clear indicators of success or indicators of impact from subsidy removal. We can't remove subsidy, suffer this way, the state keeps borrowing money and there's no accountability. More money also demand accountability.